Hey guys, it's Kayla. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've watched some of my videos before. Today we're going to be doing the coffee book tag. I saw Eric over at Break Even Books do this tag, and he was shouting out Kayla from Cracking to a Good Book, but the moment I heard Kayla, I was like, I thought it was me, and I was like, we're doing it anyway, this must be fate, and so here we are to do it. I have coffee. It's actually iced coffee that I basically just had left over from this morning, put in the fridge, and then slapped some ice in and called it a day. But it is pumpkin flavored because you know what time it is. All of these prompts are going to be coffee and hot beverage related, and since I'm in a cozy mood in my cozy sweater with my cup of coffee, I thought it was the perfect tag to participate in. So the first prompt is black coffee. Name a series that's hard to get into but has hardcore fans. I would say Wheel of Time because the series not only has a large following, but because it was published in the 90s, there's such a huge span of people that have picked it up. And like what was it, finished in 2011 or something with Brandon Sanderson? So it's, you know, about 20 years of people picking that series up and loving it and following it. And so I just feel like that series has a ton of fans that are hardcore in love with it, but it is a difficult series to get into. First of all, it's intimidating. The length of the books combined with the number of books in the series, and also Robert Jordan's writing style, not super easy to get into. It's very detailed. He describes everything down to the buttons on clothing. There's tons of characters with lots of names, and the beginnings of the books are kind of difficult to get through in my opinion. I'm only on the third book, but I would say the first 100 and 150 pages of each of the books I've read so far are very monotonous. It's a lot of establishing what's going to happen in the plot and creating this really fantastic world. And I can envision literally everything that's happening. I'm not knocking the series, but I understand why some people don't want to pick it up because there's a lot going on with it. Next is Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular with the winter months. Unpopular opinion here, I don't like mint or peppermint in sweet drinks like this, or in anything really. Cookies, whatever. Thin Mints? Nope, no thank you. Tastes like somebody dehydrated toothpaste and then dipped it in chocolate and then stuck it in a box and charged $5 for it. No thank you. Let me know your opinion. Are you a hater? Join me. Come to the dark side. We will not have Thin Mints. Anyway, so a series that I think gets more popular in winter, I would say Harry Potter for sure. I can't think of a series that I enjoy more that has a Christmassy sort of holiday vibe to it. The Great Hall and like Hagrid bringing in all the Christmas trees and just like the whole ambiance that J.K. Rowling created in each of the books basically for Christmas. It is really heartwarming. Harry's first Christmas when he actually has presents, who doesn't tear up at that part? Another book that I personally think is very Christmassy is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There's lots of snow. There's also St. Nicholas. I'm pretty sure he makes an appearance toward the end of the book. And just, I don't know, it's just like a fun, light children's book that I think really fits in with the holidays, so winter in general. Hot chocolate. Name your favorite children's book. I got mine right here, and I'm sure this means like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me. It's open to interpretation, right? But this book right here, Philomena's New Glasses, I got this from, I don't know if you know this, any of you have kids, if you don't know this, Dolly Parton has the Imagination Library. You can go on a website, any kid 0 to 5, you can enroll all your kids if you want, if they're between those ages, and she'll send you a free book for each child within their age bracket every month until they basically age out of the system. I have 2 kids in this age and the books are fantastic. This is one of them and I love it so much. It is about sister guinea pigs and one of them gets new glasses and then the other guinea pigs are like, excuse me? We all need to get new glasses too? And so like every time one of the sisters gets something new, the other sisters have to have it. Listen to this. Audrey, she said, I don't need glasses. My arms are too short to carry a handbag, and this dress is itchy. Well, Audrey said, my tutu is a little tight, but Philomena really needs her glasses, and I use my handbag for snacks. And it's just like basically each sister needs something different or wants something different, and they don't all have to have it just because the other ones do. But either way, it's super cute, and it's just really simple art. And also, the dang guinea pigs, man. They're dressed up. They're dressed up. This is by Brenna Maloney, if you're curious. It's literally my favorite book to read to them. Double Shot Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. You guys, Can I go a video without mentioning this book, Rage of Dragon? Once things start happening in that book, it just constantly builds and builds and builds until it ends. Like, there's no stopping for a rest. There's no catching your breath. It's just like this, it's just such an intense pace. I don't know how else to explain it. Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. Well, I think on booktube I see a lot of sort of Kaigen and Poppy War and Foundry Side and Jade City. Those are the ones I've been seeing a ton lately. Bookstagram, I think the ones I see the most are Serpent and Dove, pretty much anything by Sarah J. Maas. Illuminae, the Illuminae Files, I see quite a bit on there. I guess those are probably the main ones that I see like recently based on the people that I follow on either platform. That Hipster Coffee Shop. Name a book by an indie author. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm terrible. I don't read very much by indie authors and I can't even think of a book. There is one author that I follow on Instagram that I've interacted with quite a bit. Her name is N.K. Leem. She is an adult fantasy series on Kindle that I have on a list of books that I want to read. I've just been really struggling getting to them because there's so many popular books I feel like I need to have consumed, like to be able to talk to people, that it's hard for me sometimes to stop and read books that are not on the radar, essentially. It's kind of a struggle, but either way, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below for stuff I should check out. Oops, accidentally got decaf. Name a book you were expecting more from. Okay, so for me, this is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This book is everywhere. I love the cover. I think it's one of the coolest covers of books. I freaking adore it. I love the concept of it. I even like the writing. I love Kell's coat. I love the ideas of the different Londons. I did not enjoy the story. I found it to be very mediocre, not memorable, very predictable. I wanted more from the worlds. It doesn't read like adult fantasy is the thing. Maybe the books get better. I've heard both sides of the spectrum. I've heard some people say, yeah, they definitely get better. Try Gathering of Shadows. And I've heard other people say, no, they get so much worse and don't continue. And honestly, I don't think it matters because it's been almost 2 years since I picked it up and I have yet to feel the need to continue it. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. It's not a bad book, it just wasn't worth the hype for me. The Perfect Blend. Name a book series that is both bitter and sweet but ultimately satisfying. I guess I'm gonna go with the Six of Crows duology. I haven't mentioned this in a while, mostly because I just have been reading so much stuff and I am trying to avoid saying books I've said recently in the video, but the final book, Crooked Kingdom, in the Six of Crows duology, I definitely feel like falls into the category of bittersweet. Like there's some really wonderful moments, there's some really tragic moments, there's quite a build-up. I think the pacing in it is better than Six of Crows, even though I think Six of Crows is absolutely perfection. Crooked Kingdom potentially might be better, I don't know. The story is so like, it just feels like one story broken up into two parts though, so it's kind of hard to just pick one or the other because it definitely, you have to have both to really see the whole story as a whole, because it's such a short period of time. I don't know, it reads like one book even though it's two, in my opinion. I personally really love that series. This is, of the young adult books I read, it is my favorite of all of them. I reread them recently this year and I still really love them. So the only thing about it is the characters' ages way too young. Not believable as far as that goes, but other than that, that's like the only issue that I could take with the entire series. It's basically just nitpicking. Alright, well that's that. That is the coffee book tag. I'm going to tag a couple of people. I'll tag Sarah MG Reads. I will tag Coffee and Books with Allie. I'll tag Mare Reads and Jessie the Bookish Mom. So like, comment, and subscribe if you'd be so kind. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more content from me. And stay tuned because there'll be more to come.